I'm way too excited. I spent like 1.5 days thinking about it and doing research, mockups. Yeah, I want to make a Cyberdeck. Wait. Before we get into this, have you ever wondered what's beneath the space-time continuum? We live in a world where every single device you own, the most important devices in your life, like your phone and your computer, are basically interchangeable. You go into the store, you replace it, you're not gonna feel the difference. Even from one version to the other or a different brand, they're made to fit into this now box. A Cyberdeck is a handheld or portable computer or device that is custom built, often from used or discarded parts, to fit a purpose, a use case, and that makes it unique. We want to recreate technology that has a personal connection, that has some personality, that has some flair and some quirks, some weird things, just because why not? We can try. If it's weird, it's personality. Now let's roll back a few weeks and get back into it. It's been a while. I wanted to make one, and I see so many cute ones from girls all over the world. Currently, M1 MacBook Air with a broken screen are $180 asking price. So I could probably get them for $160. Yeah, because I want to make it a Mac. Long battery life. If I use the stock battery, even if 80% are remaining, that would be 12 hours of battery time. And you get a very good trackpad, top of the line, and a keyboard. I'm currently talking to 2 people. One is probably ignoring me, but the other one is currently checking the battery life and her keyboard. I'm hoping her keyboard has a problem so I can lowball her. So I have 2 different plans. First, this is 15 inches, but as an example, to take the 13 inches MacBook, remove the broken screen, and use one of those 32:9 aspect ratio touchscreen. Yeah, touchscreen. That's easy because I basically just have to attach a USB hub and the screen to a MacBook. Problem is that it's quite big. It would be around 35 by 35 centimeters. This by this, not too bad, but not ideal for going outside, putting it in a bag, and also 3D printers. I was leaning towards doing this, making a rubber bumper, a TPU bumper around it, so I could hide a USB hub that has extra ports and a card reader, and also has a handle, which is like 5 centimeters. Well, I don't know. And I wanted to make bottom transparent shell. That's option number 1. 12.3 inches screens are basically the same width as a MacBook Air. Option number 2 is to get a way cheaper screen that is 10 inches, 1600 by 1200 pixels, more usable, and basically not use the battery pack, not use the keyboard, maybe use the trackpad, and just have the screen, a small, a good keyboard. I'm currently looking at $250 with a bad keyboard. And if I have a custom mechanical keyboard, that's a lot more, like probably 300. 300 is a problem because as soon as you reach that threshold, why not just get a MacBook Air with a screen that works and have a very good trackpad and keyboard already in the box? I'm still doing my research, but I wanted to record this before I go further. Here are my mockups. This is the original idea. Total size is about 36 by 36 centimeters and a bit more here. This is the psychotic option where I use the original battery pack without puncturing it, and I could use a cheap good keyboard like the Logitech. And I was thinking maybe I can route the trackpad to the back of the screen, or maybe just have it slide out here or something like that. But the real issue is that it's €115. if I decided to use the original battery pack but reconfigure it, it's easy to extend the cables, but the problem is really the metallic backplate. I will need to unglue them, and that's quite risky. And here, very compact, you have a small 40% keyboard. It's not ideal for French typing, but it could work. Just use the PCB. I have enough space for the dock around here. I don't know, still thinking about it. I got this 70 euros touchscreen. It should work with USB-C, but obviously I need to remove as much bulk as possible. I will not keep it in the case. And here we have it. I saved 232.5 is, wow, 189. I iterated a few times to get the dimensions right. I made the front piece for the bezel, so the screen sits in it. And on the back, that's a really nice support. You get this tray for the PCB. So hopefully it's the right dimensions. As you can see, I open it up here because this is slightly raised. I need more space because of the ribbon, but it looks promising. 8 millimeters off. Of course, this will be raised a little more, but it just... A big thank you to PCBWay for supporting this project. Ever wanted to build something but like 3D printers or an assembly line? PCBWay is a one-stop manufacturing shop for PCBs, including rigid flex and assembly, 3D printing including metals, CNC machining, sheet metal fabrication, and injection molding. Go to their website and simply use the auto code. I know you need 3D printed titanium in your life. PCBs start at $5 for 10 pieces. Please tell them I sent you by using the affiliate link below. Now back to taking things down. I spent all afternoon on this. I'm gonna extend this to add a mounting point later. I got the first version of the top part divided in 4 different segments. They're held together with small tabs, and of course everything is as thin as possible. It's just to make sure that everything works, to not use too much plastic, and I built up from that step by step. Basically. Okay, let's iterate. I changed my mind and decided to try to use this keyboard because this PCB is quite big. This has the exact same width, like precisely the same. So I think I'm gonna ditch this idea, maybe convert it and use it on my Windows computer. You have no idea how much force I put into this. I don't know if I damaged this. Maybe I bent it a little bit, but I can bend it back, I guess. Banana. Let's remake this bezel. This can go, this can go. This has to be trimmed there or there. Let's go! I never understood this color, but it's very nice. Yeah, a few scratches, one dent. All the screws are there and they're rose gold, I like. I hope Touch ID works. This is really the issue. I was worried about it being the same type of button as the other ones, but it's just like a micro switch. That's very convenient for me. That means I can just secure it in a solid manner. I wanted to know what the battery percentage is. Only 203 cycles. That's very nice. We have temperature. It's currently cooking at 48. And I'm gonna run Cinebench 72, 81. I have a tiny blower fan somewhere. I could probably just have it triggered by the microcontroller or something. 89. It's low profile and fairly quiet. Come on, you can do it! Okay, I got my score. 1686. Ready to make a mess. I printed out the screw locations. They have an exploded view on their website, so I took everything and circled every single individual screw so I can actually number them and put them in these little trays I printed. I took a way bigger tray and made it smaller, added magnets that I can just put small screws and they stay there. Worst case scenario, you can always find the screw locations on the Apple website. It's fairly good nowadays. I'm gonna remove every single screw, put them there, and slowly build my way out, just to prove that the battery is completely empty. Let's go! I got a Tox 5 and a Tox 3. It should be what I need. Okay. Yay! Battery not swollen. Okay. Battery is off. Now onto the logic board. First, this cowling. That's for the USB-C ports. Now the trackpad and keyboard cowling. Now the antenna and display cowling. The audio. Yep. Number 3, the audio cable. This one goes from the motherboard about here to there, and we need it because we need the Touch ID that is connected just here. And display. This is a microphone flex cable. There we have some polyester. And then the speaker. It's funny, the speakers are at an angle like this because of the curvature of the case. Okay, to remove the antennas, but I'm gonna use the same prying motion. Yep. By the way, there are 2 more antennas connections here. So actually this is an antenna and there's one in the display. So I'm gonna connect these 2 to either external ones or small ones internal. Hey, this seems to be captive. Motherboard, so pretty. I'm gonna remove this later and replace it by a big hunk of copper. Lift that. Exciting! The Touch ID has a bracket underneath that allows it to click. And this will be very annoying to model, but I have to. I really hope I get to keep the Touch ID. That's Touch ID. It doesn't click unless you have a special feature underneath. Okay, now the I/O board. And the ports don't really have a housing. I hope that's okay. We'll test it out very soon. I'm gonna peel this and hope it doesn't break. I guess we're gonna use alcohol. Screw number 24. And now we do this again and pray. And the trackpad is loose. I'm gonna use alcohol, that's easier. And now we dab it up. Trackpad is out. This is connected there, so maybe I can relocate it. And hold it by the edges and lift it out. Easy peasy. Done. Okay, I can relocate this connector quite easily. And this is relatively thin aluminum. It just has some structural bend and some welds to make it more structural. Oh, it's actually only spot welds. So I can maybe cut here. Maybe. Now the microphones. And gone. That's all for today. As I'm writing this and recording this, it's been 6 weeks of full-time, extended hours work. and I want to properly share the journey with you. I want to thank again PCBWay for believing in this project and supporting it. Stay subscribed for the next part. In about 2 weeks, we're gonna dig deep into integration hell and add a few unique features that I'm very excited to share with you. This is gonna be a dope new form factor. Cheers!